Alright, my third review for this story is on the book The Silent Patient by Alex, last name I can't pronounce, and I've got 2 whole sticky notes written about it, so I'm going to get right into it. In this book, my first complaint is that there's literally always somebody either smoking or having sex. It's mostly smoking, but they're literally always smoking, cigarettes, cigars, weed, always something. And I'm getting sick of reading about it. I don't care that you're smoking. That's just feels like lazy writing to me. Because it's oh, the characters don't have anything to do, so let's put a cigarette in their fingers, I guess, and have them smoke while they talk, I guess. I don't know, but it's boring to me. Anyway, next complaint. I'm wondering, why are there so many gross characters in this book? So many of the characters in this book are just horrible people, and it's why is that the only type of person that the main character is meeting? Is just people who are nasty and disgusting and just nasty. I just don't understand. Anyway, I feel like that's also a little bit of lazy writing, because if you can't write a good character, I don't want to read that. Not gonna lie. I don't want to read a book that doesn't have a good character in it. And also, that doesn't reflect very well on the author, I feel because I think an author's personality really shows in the characters that they write. So, maybe this Alex dude is just a horrible person, and he's just mirroring his own personality within all these characters, or something like that. Anyways, next thing is, there is a quote from one of the pages in this book, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, "Most people aren't alive, not really, sleepwalking their way through life. But Alicia was so intensely alive, it was hard to take your eyes off her." It's giving she's not like other girls. This book was written by a man, by the way. You can tell. Anyway, that just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if it's normal or usual for people, but personally I see people all the time, and I think it's so cool. We're all living different lives, and it's great because I don't know, we're different people. We have different personalities. It's not what do you mean? Alright, now I know you're probably thinking, Gracie, is there anything you even liked about this book? Because all you've done so far is complain. There was one transition that was extremely hilarious to me, and I just had to write it down and go back and find it. And basically, he ends the chapter by saying, "You have my word." He promises to not do this one thing, and then immediately in the next chapter he goes and breaks that promise, and it was actually so hilarious. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to transition right from that praise into another complaint, because that lazy writing comes in a couple times in the book where he'll the author ends the chapters with single sentences, those banger lines where it's this one sentence is supposed to grab your attention grabbers. Yeah, so I got very sick very quickly of those one-liners to end the chapters, because I felt it was just lazy again, just in my opinion. And then another example of lazy writing was, there was one point where in the chapter he explained how this one character acts by saying certain phrases all the time, and then they give examples, and then he goes and interacts with that character, and they use the exact same phrases from the examples, and it just seems so dumb to me. I don't know why I'm so mad about it, but I just don't like it. Anyway, another thing that I actually liked about the book was it had such a good plot twist. It was incredible, and I highly recommend reading it just for that single plot twist. So yeah, after the plot twist occurred, I felt like I could really like actually understand this author's like writing style a lot better than when I first started it. Like when I first started the book, I was kind of like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this, like the way that it's written, because it's just a little odd, I guess. I don't know even how to like say it or what was even wrong with it, but like, alright, so another complaint, of course, because apparently that's all I know how to do with this book. But anyway, the entire book as a whole for me was a little underwhelming. Honestly, like I thought it was gonna be oh so amazing when I like started, and then it wasn't, and then it got to the climax and it was oh so amazing. But then immediately that like oh my gosh. It fell off. That I'll think of it later. Yeah, it fell off and it went back to being underwhelming right away. But I will say though, the book was good overall. I liked it, and I think it was time well spent reading this book. I'm not sure how I felt about the ending. Maybe it wasn't the best ending ever. It wasn't horrible though.